Okay, well, hi guys. I guess I'm back on YouTube after my Vlogmas experience, which was a nice but also a very exhausting one. But yeah, I'm back, and today I want to show you some of my self-drawn ATC cards which I drew in the past. And I also want with this video finally choose the winners of my ATC card print giveaway, which I did 4 months ago. I know, I still feel kind of bad that I'm letting you wait for so long, but I mean, I'm giving away free stuff, so you have to be patient. Patient, I guess. So yeah, I did this video where I showed you my ATC card collection. So it's a ton of cards from other artists, and in this video I also started a giveaway. The first set, the mermaid one, with, I hope you can see it, all of these cute mermaidy cards. I guess you understood. So the winner of this set is dear my Congratulations! I'm gonna write you a message and hope that you will answer it after 4 months. The next winner of the second set of the marriage set, which contains all of these 9 marriage themed cards. The winner of this set is Luna, and yeah, also congratulations to you. So that's out of the way, and now we will together look through a ton of artist trading cards which I drew myself. So I really hope the video won't be too long. And when I looked through all the cards, because I was choosing like the ugliest and funniest and most beautiful ones, I recognized that my style has changed a lot, so that might be also interesting for you. Let's start with my very first card. There will be in a second like a really huge gap between some cards because I lost some of the scans and photos, but I still have like a lot to show. But this is actually my very first artist trading card I drew. I colored it with Copics. It's a girl with a Hatsune Miku plushie. Actually, I don't know why I drew that. I mean, it's cute, but I kind of can't remember why I drew this. Yeah, this illustration, I guess. Next, that's the second card I drew. I'm gonna show you my first 3 ones. But that's the second one, and as you can see, the face is like really crooked. It was, I don't know, 2012, I don't remember. I don't have like the real dates here. And that's the card number 3. That card I drew also for a raffle. I had like a anime fan page back then on Facebook, so I kind of wanted to create a giveaway, and so I drew this card, and that was, by the way, the name of the page. We love anime, we love Japan. Yeah, cringe. So next card, here will be like the huge gap. So that's the card 74, and I still love this illustration so much. So it's a very old OC of mine. She's called Ryuka, and she has like short red hair and purple eyes, and I don't know, I guess a tough personality. And she's wearing this Neko hoodie and stands in front of a wall with some graffiti on it. And I can still remember that drawing the graffiti was a lot of fun, because I used like a really interesting technique with my Copics. So I took a random piece of paper, and when this was like the illustration, I placed it in front of it and started to draw with the Copic on top of it, so it would bleed through the paper on top and create like these would create these stains. Yeah, next card, 111. That's a card which I still like a lot. I kind of, that's a really bad photo, by the way, but I like this card a lot, and I gave it like a very good friend of mine back in school days. And I also have a redraw of this card, and I'm gonna show it to you later. Let's continue with the card 122. That was like my most successful live auction I did. I got like over 100 euros for this artist training card, which was like a really lot money for me. I drew this girl wearing a toothless hoodie. I really like how she looks and how I created these gray-black values, and yeah. And I'm still kind of proud how much money I got with this live auction. So let's continue with 124. That's such a cute card. This melon shirt and a skirt like that. Yeah, I kind of wanted to show you this card. And next we have that card. It has like this 2 black stripes on each end, and it was because the card was too short, so that's what it is when you're wondering. So yeah, I hate these tats so much, but that's what I drew back then. And I guess I cut out the figure itself and put it onto this background which I created extra on a sheet of paper. I think it was watercolor, and I created these like rune-like symbols, and there were some symbols also on these ribbons. And yeah, I know it's just a random clash of everything, like magic stuff, but also it's a cat girl and she has like rings on the tail and in her ears, and I don't know, it's so random, but I still kind of wanted to show it to you. Next we have this card 134, and that was an art trade with Mitsu. Hi Mitsu. And yeah, that's a card which I still really like. It's her OC, and she's called Chloe, and yeah, she's like a butterfly girl, I guess. So I drew her with a bunch of grass, leaves, flowers, and yeah, it's a cute card. I still like it. Next we have that card. It's also like typical manga, cute, shoujo, whatever, cat girl, flowers, but yeah, I still kind of think it's cute. Next we have this girl in a kimono. It's a card 141. What can I say about that card? I still like the background gradient. It's like really pretty with this bright yellow and magenta and purple and dark blue and all these stars. I don't know, I kind of also want to redraw it at some point, but I would, I guess, make the background a bit more interesting. Next we have this weird card here. It's not weird, but it's like something I wouldn't draw that often nowadays. It's a skeleton girl with a scythe, and I guess it was a present for someone. I still think it looks cool. It's like something totally different. Next we have this card here, 150. Back then, 2014, oh my god. Back then I was totally into pastel goth, so I tried to draw someone in that style. So we have here the black colors, but still like pastel colors in the hair and cute bows and stuff. And I don't know, I also kind of want to redraw this card because it's cute. Next we have an art trade, card number 151. It was an OC of Yagami, and I still like her art so much. Now she draws a bit differently, but like how she combines the colors together and draws the white lines is like really fascinating, especially her watercolor things. So yeah, I drew her OC, I guess, and she wears like a water dress and was underwater, and there I drew some cute fishies in the background, and also kind of like the bubbles around her. And overall I really like the color blue I chose there. So like this dark ultramarine blue and a bit of turquoise and stuff. Turquoise, you know what I mean. So yeah, I kind of really like this card a lot. That card 152, it's so funny because I used this really sparkly background for it. It was like for scrapbook making. My neighbors are talking really loudly, but yeah. So that card was for a raffle for my Facebook page, I guess. And yeah, it's so simple but also cute, but I don't know. Whatever. So next card, 157, and here this card is interesting because there I kind of started to change my style a lot. So at this point I kind of had like a big art style crisis, I would say. And there were a lot of people who said like I draw like this and this person, and my style looks like that and that, and I was just so over it. So I made a pause of like several months. Summer 2014 I started to collect a lot of pictures from other artists which I really adored. So I was always a fan of all these Japanese moe shoujo artists who draw like these edged eyes, so like I draw nowadays. And as you saw before, so all my cards had like really round and typical eyes, I would say. But I actually wanted to draw differently. So after all this misery of unwanted criticism and opinions and stuff, and you know, I made a pause the whole summer long and started to collect all these pictures from artists which I really liked and adored, and where I thought like, okay, I really want to draw like them. Like I didn't want to copy them, but I wanted to draw in the same style of them. So I started to, of course, copy some of these illustrations into my sketchbook, and after a while I kind of developed my own style out of it. So that's kind of like the first card which I saw in my collection of cards which had these more edged eyes. So that's why I kind of wanted to show it to you. Here it's the card 158. Here are the eyes also already really edged, I guess. And I guess I combined Copic markers with colored pencils, so it looks really soft. And I still like the coloring a lot. Sorry, my chair is sometimes squeaking. So yeah, it's the new chair, but chair is amazing. So next we have this card. I kind of wanted to show it to you. It's the card 160, which is also a art trade card for Yagobi. I kind of wanted to show it to you because I rarely draw orange hair, and I also rarely have orange hair, so it's, I don't know, orange is like, it has to be a really good orange. For example, I really like this part of my hair more than this one because that's an orange which I hate. I hate this tomato orange, and that's like a sunflower orange or whatever you want to call it, and I really like that part of my hair much more than this one. So I looked at this drawing, and though I don't like that type of orange. I think it looks really cool in this drawing. So next we have this card. It's also it's a commission, I guess. It's the card 162. It's a character I drew, and here I think it looks like really already like from a Japanese artist a bit. Of course it's not perfect at all. I see a lot of mistakes, but here I was really confident with my style back then. Next we have this card. I hate this card so much, and I'm so sorry. It was a commission, but it's the card 163. I'm sorry if I'm saying so many numbers, but I think it's interesting to tell you. But what I really don't like about this card is the side profile. It looks so bad, I'm sorry. Next card, 165. It's a Halloween card, and I still like it a lot. And I haven't been drawing Halloween cards for so long. Overall Halloween illustrations, so it makes me want to draw something Halloween-y now, though it's January, so I still have to wait 10 months. I mean, I don't have to, but it makes no sense to draw it like now. But yeah, I still kind of like it. It's simple but cute. Cute, so cute. Next we have, so it's the card 170, and here I start to exaggerate the eyes a lot, so they are more edged than before. And here I also used like colored pencils for the coloring, I guess. Yeah, here I kind of tried to draw like not the lashes and the iris individually, so I kind of combined them together. So I kind of drew like an outline just of the lashes, and then the iris, and then these tiny, I think it was a bit weird, but that's how I went with my eyes. So next card, 175. I still kind of like it. It's cute, it's simple. I really love the combination of yellow / blonde and purple, and this teal color is also quite cute. But here you can see also these really edged eyes. I kind of still like it, but it's a bit too edged, I think. And the lashes are also on top really thick, so that's something I don't like so much anymore. And it's the same with this card. It's the next card, 176, and that's the redraw. I mentioned some cards before, so the first card was this one. Yeah, I must say it's a really bad photo of this card. It's not a scan. It was a photo with my mobile phone before, and that's why the colors look really bad. Something is just missing, so I really like the older card from before a lot more. I think it's because of the shade of the hair, because it's much lighter and so on, and I'm not sure which eyes I do like more. I wish it would be like a combination of both eyes. Here you can also see like that I drew the eyelashes together with the iris of the eye, so that's what I meant before. Next, we still have a lot of cards to look at. Next we have 185. That was kind of the first artist trading card I sold as a print. So I created prints of it with the inkjet printer. No, it was not. It was a toner printer from my dad. And it still kind of looked nice, I guess. It was light enough. It was okay, but it wasn't like great like my artist trading card prints are now. But yeah, I still kind of wanted to show it to you. I was obsessed with silver hair. Maybe I also had silver hair back then, and yeah, I loved silver hair. It's already May 2015 here. Next we have, I need to drink something. Now we have this card here, which I think is still so cute, and I kind of want to redraw it because I really love the colors together. It's the card 187. I love the combination of this turquoise colored hair and this sugar pink and this neon dark pink in the background. I really need to redraw it. It's so cute. Well, next we have that card. Here my eyes were changing again. As you can see, it's more like the top lashes are still very thick, but the eyes itself are starting to get rounder again, but also kind of longer. I don't know. And I remember that I was really proud of the coloring of the hair, and in the background I drew these hydrangea. Am I pronouncing it correctly? I don't know. Next we have 196. It's a witch, I don't know, girl with a moon on her forehead. And yeah, I also kind of wanted to show you this card because it was also, I guess, one of the first cards with space buns. When I drew space buns, they were quite popular back then. I really liked the moon I drew there. I kind of used this marker with nail polish remover trick. You just draw some blobs of Copic marker ink onto a surface, and then you use like a brush with nail polish remover and dot on top of it, so the colors are mixing and spreading around the paper. So that's how I achieved this effect. Here you can kind of see, that's for example something I didn't like about my art, is that my eyes started to get really long, and I don't know why. I didn't saw it back then. So that's the card 197. We're already at almost 200 cards, which is crazy, I think. So another Halloween card, I guess. It's a vampire girl, and I think how this right foot looks is hilarious. It looks so bad. Next, okay, 199. This was a present for my friend and now fiancé, and it's me. I drew me with his military jacket, the German one, of course. So yeah, and he still has it on the wall here, on this wall hanging, and yeah, he still likes it, and this makes me really happy. Next, okay, here are the eyes, so bad and so long. It's the card 206, and I drew Bloom from Wings Club. And by the way, when I saw the cast for this new reality whatever remake, I was so confused because these characters looked like a very sad versions of the original ones. So that's my 2 cents about it. But yeah, here that was one of my first watercolor cards, I guess, because back then I was really bad at watercolor, and yeah, as I told you, the eyes are getting longer and longer. And that's the card 213, and I kind of wanted to show you because when I look at this card, I immediately want to draw red hair, and I also kind of like the magma in the background, so that's why I'm showing to you this card. My battery is dying, I need to change it. Okay, hi, I'm back, and it got really dark outside, but I still hope you can see me and what I'm going to show you. So yeah, let's continue with the cards. I have some left here about at the middle. Card 215. That was a commission. I guess it was, for Nana, she's art, and it was her OC, and I still, yeah, think that, yeah, it looks good. And it's her OC with different colored eyes, and she's sitting on top of a roof, and in the bottom or in the background of the card you can see like a little bridge. Next we have this card, 222, and I kind of wanted to show it to you because I still kind of like the firework. I think it looks kind of cute. It was a commission, and I also wanted to show you because I drew a male naked boy. Oh my god. And yeah, it was a commission, and yeah, I think it's still kind of cute. Next, this is like the worst eye situation ever. I mean, I still like the card itself, like the flowers and the background and the hair and the colors, but the eyes, these eyes are so disgusting. I hate the eyes. These looks like alien eyes. They look so bad. Oh my god. I still can kind of remember, I guess it was this card, but someone started to tell me that my eyes don't look good. And back then, of course, I never saw that. And I don't like it when people criticize like already finished art, because I won't change anything about it because it's like already done. But I'm still so thankful that this person told me that the eyes I draw are too long and don't suit, you know, the style I want to draw. And that's when I finally started to realize that these eyes I drew look really bad. So yeah, sometimes receiving important feedback is necessary. Okay, next. So the card, that's the card 244. I don't know what it is, but every time I draw a kimono, I kind of love it afterwards. Though I think I don't draw kimono so much, but that's also a card which I kind of want to redraw because I really like the colors and it's cute and so on. I mean, the eyes are also not perfect, but it's slowly getting better there. Next we have this card, 236, and it was a commission. I also had like another version of this card, but it got lost in the mail, so I redrew it because the person was really sad, and I was also really sad because I liked the card a lot. But then I drew this card and I like it even more than the old one, so that's why I kind of wanted to show it to you. And here, as you can see, the eyes are starting to get rounder and smaller again, which makes me really happy. And here I also really like kind of the background because it's, yeah, these neon-y, glittery, I don't know, pattern, but I still think it looks kind of interesting. Next, I kind of wanted to show you this card because the image itself is so tiny. I had to look at this card like that to draw the lines because they are so small. And it's the card 242, and it is Niemandskatze from Kanko. Okay, next. And I still like the background a lot, like the water and the sky. It looks really cool. Okay, next we have this card, 246, and it was the first card from a traditional Asian fashion artist trading card collection, print collection, which I created back then. Let's see which year it is. It is July 2016. I drew it with Copics and Craft Masters, which were like markers but without a brush nib, and these were okay, but you couldn't refill them. Today I really hate markers if they don't have any brush nib. I mean, I can use markers without, but it's like so inconvenient and I hate it, and it takes so much time to color and blend stuff, and I don't know, I don't want to deal with that again. So I only buy markers with brush nibs today. So yeah, that's the first card which I created, and it's this traditional Chinese thing, I guess. It's a Cheongsang, I'm gonna write it to you here. And yeah, I kind of still like that card a lot. Yes, I'm repeating the term a lot, but I still like this card. I like the little bunsies, buns, hair buns, and the black hair combined with the red Cheongsang and these fans. Yes, fans. Okay, next. That's also a card from that set, and it's also a Cheongsang style, I don't know. And I also drew these light thingies. I'm still really proud of the hair color. Like, I shaded it and the highlights. I think it looks really cool still. Next we have 261, and it's also one of my really rare watercolor cards back then, and I think it was a commission, I guess. And I used a watercolor paper which had like a satin finish and like a really interesting texture, as I remember. I kind of like how I blended the colors of this dress. Yeah. Next we have this, I call it Miku Santa, but I don't remember if I intended to draw Miku at all. So I guess it's just a girl with turquoise eyes and hair, but everything with turquoise hair and eyes is Miku. With this card, I really like how I put the blue of the background around the dress. Like on the edges of the dress there are a lot of blue parts, like blue reflections. If you do this, the character melts together with the background, so yeah, it looks really nice, I think. Next we have this card. That's a side profile, which I still like. I think the mouth could be a bit better, but you know, it was 2017. It's the card number 278. Yeah, it's, I don't know, a girl, a mermaid, I don't know what it is, underwater, and I still kind of like the effects of the light rays I drew here in the background and these little bubbles. And overall I really like the combination of orange and blue, and yes. Next we have this card, which is that's the card number 281, and that's when I started to use liquid watercolors, like the really bright ones, like the Winsor & Newton Radiant ones. I guess it's a different brand, but you know what I mean. Yeah, that's when I finally started to like drawing with watercolor, I think. Here with this card I really like all these teeny tiny water drops I drew here and there, and the water, like, it runs down the face and stuff. And I also really like how I drew the wet clothes. Okay, next we have this card. It was the Secret Santa. It's the card 285, and I also still like it. It's with watercolor again, and also like I had to look at the card while I drew it like that when I drew the lines, because everything was so tiny with two characters. The effect of these little bluish white glowing particles. That's what I still really like. Next we have that card. It's the card 287, and this card I still have in my shop. My shop is currently closed, but you know, when I come back, if you want to, you can still buy a print of that card. And it's a little witch with a succulent. I also filmed a coloring time-lapse on YouTube. I'm gonna link it to you here. And yeah, I really love the combination of green and purple, especially on her head. I think I really nailed it. And I also really love the cute bow on her neck, and these tiny glasses are also cute. So yeah. And I also have a speed paint of this card. It's actually the card for one of my print sets from the mermaid set. And I also drew it with watercolor. I really love the colors here. It looks so cool with the moon in the background, and the light is like on the edges of the figure. And next we have that card, 294. We're already at 300, which is crazy. And it's from August 2018. And what I really like about that card is the character is so cute, and everywhere is like a hidden rainbow on the crown, on the brush, on the clothes, on everywhere. And I also really like these puffy, they were also glittery and so on. And I think her face is like really adorable, and I really like how I drew the eyes also with the rainbow. Next we have this card, which so many people liked, and I also like it a lot, but my problem with it is that I don't like how she is turning her neck, head, whatever. And it's the card 296. I drew MilkeRyne Luca from Vocaloid, and overall like the coloration is bomb. I'm really proud of this card, but what's with her neck, and she kind of doesn't have a nose, so I kind of want to redraw it, but I'm also a bit scared to not get it right again. I don't want it to be like in my other redraw I did with, you know, the Necker girl with the pink hair. I really like how she's kind of glowing, like the glowy background is really nice, and all this blue sheen on her hair and dress thing and so on. I'm really proud of that. We have this card here with two characters. It's the card 301. It was a Secret Santa again, and it's the characters from this artist which I draw the card for. And yeah, I love this card because I love the combination of orange, yellow and blue so much, and I really like all these bright shades which I used. It's also again watercolor, and since I told you I was really bad at watercolor at first, so I was back then really proud of this result. Next we have the card 303, and here we are already in 2020. I haven't been drawing so many cards in 2018, 2019 and so on, which made me really sad, so that's why I created ATC April, where I drew like a ton of cards in April. And yeah, this one is like the first I drew in 2020. Back then I didn't know about what will happen that year, but yeah, whatever. So the reason why I wanted to show you that card is that, of course, I also like the combination of pink and green a lot, but I also try to create this shadow effect like on her face and on the whole of her body. So you know, that year it was really popular to draw like really hard light and shadow situations, and my shadow color was green, and I was really scared to mess that up, but I'm really happy that it turned out yeah, really nice, I guess. I really like it. And next, also played a lot with different shading colors. So here I drew Lum from Yuri Yatsura. It was a birthday present for a friend, and here I had a lot of fun to draw her hair and these tiny stars with gouache and so on. And yeah, I tried to make her body be shaded in a darker color, and I used like a purpley pink for it, but I think it doesn't look like a shadow at some point. I don't know. That's the second card I drew for my April challenge. It's my OC Sprinkles, my donut eating Neko girl. She has black and pink hair, and it's the card 307. And yeah, it's done with watercolor, and I also really like the combination of pink, blue and yellow and a bit of black. I think it turned out so cute. Next we have that card. I also filmed it was a draw and chat video. I'm gonna link it here. And first I was really scared to ruin her dress. She has like this plastic dress, whatever. First I was really scared to ruin it, but I guess I made it work, and I used some neon inks for the hair and the dress, and yes, I love it. I love this card so much. I'm so proud. Next we have my Sakura Miku card. It's also like a very simple card, but though it's so simple, I really adore this card. I love the cherries and how I colored her hair. Everything looks so smooth and so cohesive together, and I love the purple shadows on her cherry leaves, and I don't know, I have almost nothing I would criticize about this card. I like it so much. Next we have this card 311. I like it, of course, I like it a lot. I tried to create these, you know, shadow light situation when you sit below a tree, for example. Nowadays I kind of would change some of these shadows to a different, you know, pattern. I kind of think like the nose thing looks too much like a patch. I would make some parts darker and some parts lighter. And what I also kind of want to change is that I would love to make the lines of the hair lighter, because I used a black for it, but for her skin I used a pink liner, so it kind of looks a bit off. But other than that, I really like this card, and I really want to experiment with even more light and shadow situations. Next we have this Luca card again. Here I also played with tons of interesting colors. It's the card 312. I love the neon sign of her name, like Luca and so on. So this card I drew with Copics and Ohuhu markers, because I got some Ohuhu markers and I love these markers a lot. And some days ago I also ordered the pastel set, and I'm really excited when it will arrive. Next we have this card. I had like the sketch already done months ago, but I was so scared to draw this card because it has, again, so many details on it. So I drew the lines, and then I was kind of scared to color it, and in August I finally colored it, and it was such a nice experience. I also filmed it. It's also on my channel if you want to watch it. Yay. And yeah, I'm so in love with the result, and it looks so nice. I'm so happy. So we have 3 cards left. Let's continue. Sorry, the chair. With this card 317, it's a Pokemon card, and I kind of wanted to show it to you because it's something so different, and you know, it's funny because artist trading cards are kind of inspired by Pokemon cards and Yu-Gi-Oh cards and so on. So this card, I drew it for a friend for her birthday, and she loves, of course, Eve, and I don't remember the name of the Pokemon of the other one. I'm gonna write it here, but in German it's called Pikachu, and this Pokemon is inspired by chinchillas. And my friend has 2 chinchilla babies and they are so cute. Maybe you remember some clips from a past vlog I did. So yeah, that's why I drew her that card and she really liked it. And yeah, next we have this card. It's the card 319 and it's Tova from Yashahime. Though I'm not kind of satisfied with the face, I think some parts are kind of a bit crooked and not perfect. What I like about the card is that I made a really good job choosing you know, the line art color. That's something I really like to do. So I chose a purple for the skin and a gray tone for the hair and the suit. And then, yeah, combined with the background, I really like the background. It's simple but really cute with the trees. And now let's get to the last card. Not the last one, I also have one left. I'm gonna also show it to you, but I haven't uploaded it there. But the second last card is that one. I also filmed a speed paint of it if you want to watch it. And it's this water wind elf from Nanashi again. And it was art trade, and this card was so much fun. As I already told you, I really love the combination of blue and orange. Here it is more like a blue and skin color, but you know what I mean. And yeah, I'm really proud how soft it looks. I used a blue liner and a brown orange one, and everything looks so nice together. And I love the orange shading thing on her hair, and I also like the translucent parts of the dress a lot. Yeah, that's something which that's something I really adore about this drawing. And let's see, I haven't uploaded that card yet, but I still kind of wanted to show it to you. So here is the new card. That's like the last card I drew in 2020. So it's the number 323, I guess. I don't remember. So this card was for a advent calendar project, and the topic was, like, there were a lot of people taking part, and the topic was seasons, like summer, winter, spring, autumn, and so on, and also Asian, Japanese festivals, and it was also ecchi allowed. So I drew this fox girl with blonde hair, and she had like this open chest situation with her kimono. And yeah, that was a handful of cards which I wanted to show you. And if you want to, you can of course comment down below which card was your favorite. I guess that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video, my first video in 2021. Oh my god, I hope this year will be better. Thank you so much to my dear patrons. Thank you so much to my dear patrons for supporting me doing more art and YouTube videos. And if you want to support me too, check out my links. They will be listed down below. And thank you so much for watching. You managed it to the end and I'm really proud of you. And yes, bye bye guys, see us in the next video. Bye.